This is for the players.
I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Josh Saunders.
And this is For the Players, the pop culture PlayStation podcast with 40 years of playing PlayStation 8 plus years in that games media combined. I'd like to thank you for joining us in this PlayStation conversation.
This PlayStation conversation happens every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and 8 a.m. on iTunes, Spotify and other podcast services. Your excuse.
Thank you. I tried to be quiet about it.
If you'd like to be a part of future conversations, please join us on Facebook, Discord, comment below. If you're feeling generous, join us on Patreon at patreon.com/popcultures. Head over there, check out the tiers. There might be something there that interests you.
If you do support us on Patreon, you watch us record the show live, like some are right now. If you want to show the love of pop culture on your body, head to popcultures.com/shop, where you can buy shirts like neither of these. This is Braun Strowman. I don't know what that is.
That's from Kmart.
That's from Kmart.
I mean, you can buy this shirt.
Oh, you really
From Kmart.
could. This one is a bit harder to import, but it's totally worth
For a
it.
crisp tenner.
The only downside with this, though, is I never really, I was like, yeah, Braun Strowman, get these hands. Ooh, that sounds rapey.
Yeah, especially when they're near your tits.
Yeah. You know, just go up in my titties. If you want to...
Show the love. No, you did that.
No, we did that.
Twitch.
We're also on twitch.tv/thepopculturist, where we do things like stream games. Specifically, last week we did the WWE 2K19 Wrestlemania prediction show.
How long did that go for?
3 hours.
Fuck.
We did that one for 3 hours, where we had a new Legion, what are they called? New Legacy Inc., who are apparently a massive WWE 2K streamer channel. Gave us a host, put 800 viewers our way, gave us like 40-something followers.
Nice.
And it gave a couple of subs over here as well, and Instagram and some downloads on the... Thank you very much. Wrestlemania Weekend, everyone.
Bringing people together.
Except
the guy that tackled Bret Hart. I mean, he brought himself together with Bret Hart.
but then his face got separated. So it's
then Dash brought his fist together with his face.
Anyway. How are you, my friend?
Good.
Very good.
Good.
Yeah. How's things? What's life? What's new?
Nothing.
No.
I mean, you ask me every week. And it's always the same answer. Well, I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah. No, it's about the same.
I'm content.
Yeah. You were just
I'm not looking to shake, ruffle any jimmies or anything. It's fine.
It's supposed to be a conversation starter. But no, really works because we're like, yeah.
The trick is not to ask me how I am before we start the show.
But I'm not going to sit and just like not look at you until you.
Hey.
We sat up in silence.
Let's try that next week. Episode 100.
Episode 99. So yeah, this is episode 98. We are 2 away from 100. Still have absolutely zero plans. So I can't wait to not do anything different.
That's a surprise. What are they going to do for episode 100? Ooh, nothing.
It's this.
Didn't see that coming. Well played.
I even have the title planned. Triple digits. Literally still the same show.
Without a topic. As per usual.
But no, it is. So as I said, my week's been all right so far. Not too bad. It's WrestleMania weekend. Watched NXT TakeOver yesterday, and holy F, was it amazing! TakeOver is so much better than all the pay-per-views.
Always has been.
Like it's brilliant.
Since I used to watch, I'm like, what's this NXT? I only watch NXT now.
Yeah.
All other storylines outside be damned.
That's what it was. So I think the first one I watched was War Games. I'm like, okay, that's pretty sweet. Yeah. And then I've tuned into everyone since.
These nobodies do something real good.
And I'm like, who are these War Raiders? That guy looks like he's about 150 kilos. And he's airborne.
And he's flipping.
He just did a shooting star press.
So had Brock Lesnar. I did him well, though.
Yeah, that's my favorite one so far. Yeah, we just nearly died for a second.
Yeah, if he wasn't so fucking jacked in the neck.
Oh, yeah, But yeah, as I said, so Monday, I got the day off work.
Very nice.
It's WrestleMania. So it's from like 9 a.m. here in Australia for the main show. They're expecting about 6 hours. It'll be pretty sweet. Paul James says, kicking off the second 100 the same way the first 100 dominated.
We've got very low standards if this is dominating.
So yeah, I'm keen as shit for tomorrow because we are recording on a Sunday. So I'm very keen for tomorrow.
What's for lunch?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
I may join.
Well, that's what I was gonna. I was actually going to ask you if you were maybe to join. What would you like to eat? Because I asked Craig and he went, I don't know.
Pizza, obviously.
Yeah, that's probably. Is it pizza shops open at 12 o'clock, like midday
I
on
don't
Monday?
know. Or party pies.
Done.
Just big tray of party pies.
All right, I'm going to Safeway after this and get party pies.
Just got a trolley, just party pies.
Just give him one box, Mike. There's 100 in here.
Yeah. I'll take your entire stuff.
But yeah, so what have you been playing, man?
The Division 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that they finally dropped the big old patch, big old endgame patch. Now I've got
1.5.
I don't know. I don't care about
That one.
Yeah,
That
the
one.
recent one that added World Tier 5. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's doing for you.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's still the same.
Yeah. So what's changed? Like we discussed this a little bit last week about what this endgame patch entails. But
No,
like,
it
what
added
really...
in the final World Tier, which is World Tier 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the final for the foreseeable future, and that's basically means this is where you're going to be for a while.
Yeah.
So this is a time where you start like actually looking at the talents on your gear and trying to optimize and get the most out of it. This piece goes with that, and if I wear those two, I get that set bonus.
Excuse
I don't like that stat on that gear, but I got this piece, so I'll take the crit off that gear and put it on this gear. Really get deep into it because the first raid's releasing in a couple of weeks. So they released the final stronghold, which is the Black Tusk.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. About an hour, to do it in a group, of course. Just amazing. It's just really, really fucking good. It kind of capped off the story that's been happening thus far. Leaving a few threads open. Yeah, it's very cool. Very, very cool. They're gonna nuke the White House.
What?
You go in there to like stop what I'm not gonna say exactly to stop what they're doing, and the chick leader of the Black Tusk that's in there, she like doesn't give a fuck. She's just like, I do whatever the fuck I want. Like you get the commander's like, are you gonna do this? Yes. Okay, make sure you do this. Yes. Like you can hear in her voice, she's like, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I don't know. But as you push deeper and deeper into their stronghold, she gets a little bit more like, what the fuck, what the fuck? And then at the end of it, she's like, the commander's like, get out of there. It's all lost. She's like, no, I don't run away. Hey, set those fucking rockets on the White House. He's like, what are you doing? And she's like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. So you're like, stop the rockets from launching to blow up the White House and stuff. It's very cool. Very, very cool mission. And even the, Marty, he's like the main guy at the White House. He's like Marty Ortega. He narrates the missions.
Oh yeah.
Very stale kind of throughout. But in this, there's so much emotion in there because you like go there to do something. He's like shit, fucking shit, and he's like going off, and I'm like, this is great. Like it makes the stakes feel a lot higher because the emotions are in the voices and everything like that. Very great, like final stronghold. And then it's just a matter of getting ready for the raid. Killing all the hunters, getting all their masks. There's an apparel event, which is like your costumes and all that.
Under Armour clothes.
Yeah. They have having an event where for the next month there's 30 unlockables in separate like apparel caches, but you can get like a whole hyena set, a whole outcast set, a whole true cunt set. True cunts. You get a whole true cunt set. Yeah, you're a true cunt. True sons set.
They even sound like sons. Where?
I don't know. Because they're my least favourite fashion.
Yeah.
For me, they're the true cunts.
You've been swearing at them.
But they're obtained in different ways through doing in-game projects. There's heaps to do. There's a lot to do. It's very good.
Yeah.
Very
I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I've been playing a ton more as well. I played last night, this morning, and I think the night before as well. I'm at level 13 now, so I've still done.
Taking your time.
I'm like drip feeding myself with it.
Because
like,
you don't do the end game grind like
I might.
of these looter shooter games. You don't do the must get max gear and all that. You don't. Well, typically, as I've known you, you don't do that.
Well, typically, that's straight. It's 100% true because typically I don't get to the end of these games because I get about halfway. I'm like, and like at this point, like I'm enjoying this game so much more than, as I said, I've said this 1,000 times. Like so much more than one. Like I'm feeling the enjoyment of grinding forward and forward. Like saying that though, I have podcast on. And I just kind of dawdle, listen to music while I'm doing it. So it's more of the gameplay that I'm having that fun with. And it's just getting better. And I've seen some of those missions you talked about last week with the idea of getting the Declaration of Independence, going to the planetarium. I'm about to do the Air and Space Museum, and like it's awesome.
Yeah, the main missions are very very well put together, and the strongholds at the end are even better than that. Yeah, it's very cool.
And saying that though, like we mentioned last week about the different divisions, and you mentioned just a moment ago, different factions, I should say. So like I'm genuinely noticing a difference
in how each
faction works, which is great because I remember distinctly, like even like Destiny and whatnot, like they all kind of feel the same. Where here, like the hyenas don't give a crap about cover; they're just gonna run at you. They'll side shoot you and just
end
come
game.
at you.
It's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
They got like an Uzi, just strutting towards you, and they're taking off so much of your health, and they don't give a fuck. And you're just like, what the fuck is happening? They're so aggressive.
Well, like the True Sons will like have a big heavy in the middle, and they'll try flank you, which is awesome fun.
And later on, when there's more True Sons, you'll notice that at the start of a battle, when they're all up, they're very like strategic and in cover. But as you dwindle their numbers, they get a bit more panicky. And because in the True Sons lore, they used to be JTF officers who were like the good guys. They've all had training, but they've never actually seen a lot of combat. So when they've got their bros together, they're all like, yeah, we got this. But as their bros die, they don't know what to do.
Because I noticed they get frantic and they
get
keep moving
frantic.
from cover.
They don't know what to do. And you notice that in the way they come at you.
Yeah, because they'll just go from cover to cover to cover to cover. Where normally they'll stay steady. And you've got to like pick them off. And
every now and then they'll just, if there's only like two left, one of them will just fucking just start running at you.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to deal. Whereas when you get to the Black Tusk at the end, they are just, they're trained. They are like a secret military thing. And yeah, the way all the factions, you have to tackle them all very differently. Not really. I mean, you shoot them and they die. But their tactics of getting to you are all very different. The Outcast has suicide bombers. Because the story with the Outcast is that they're all infected. And they want to infect as many people as they can before they die. So the ones that are like close to death, they'll strap a bomb to their chest and just fucking run at groups of people. Because they're going to die anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They're so annoying.
Yeah, horrible.
You see, you're like, and then you hear, and your parents like, got this bomb on their chest. They're like, yeah.
Like it's bad enough when like the hyenas just run at you with like an axe or whatever, and like because they just get frustrated.
A pipe or whatever.
Yeah, it's just annoying.
Yeah. Now these ones blow up.
Yeah.
You can actually see their arms.
Like even the big tank guys that you sort of see in one of like the early on missions, I remember complaining about. I'm like, it's the same one I complained about in the beta. I was like, why doesn't Bernie take all these hits? Like they have armor, and like what you do, like what I've worked out is just throw the turret, go behind his butt, and shoot him in the butt.
Yeah, as soon as one of the armor pieces breaks,
if
you shoot that spot, they take full damage.
Which I love, I absolutely love. So it's not like here is shield, here is that. Like there is a bit more focus on if you actually target properly, it'll work to your advantage.
Well, if you take out their backpack, that's their ammo reserves. They got no ammo left, so they just have to try to beat you. You can shoot the armor on their legs, and they can't walk properly.
Yeah, I tend to kneecap them a lot.
Yeah,
and
you can shoot off their helmet and do headshot damage, but the helmet has the most armor. Or you can shoot off a chunk of their body armor and just shoot them in their chest, and they take full damage as well. Yeah, it's very, very good.
It's very awesome. Good. The game is great.
From a gameplay perspective, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
The story, like I said, is average, but the self-contained missions are incredible. Yeah. Some of the best I've played. Yeah. I'm playing Sekiro too.
See, like Sekiro, and I watched the video the other day, and someone saw it Sekiro, and I'm like,
Sekiro.
Sekiro.
I'm not Japanese.
I'm like, it's whatever, mate. All right.
I think the most commonly used phrase is Sekiro.
Yeah, I think for the us whiteys, it's just Sekiro.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's dope, isn't it?
It's pretty good. I get anxious when I think about playing it, though. I procrastinate before turning it on. Because I know once you turn it on and get into it, it's okay. But it's the thought of kind of what's waiting for you.
Yeah, knowing that you're going to get your ass beat.
Fuck. But once you get in there, it's okay.
So how many hours you put in on it at this point?
Probably about 7-ish.
Nice.
I'm up to the first boss, which I'm guessing some people can do in like an hour. He's technically the second boss. The first boss is a tutorial boss that you're supposed to lose to.
Oh yeah, so Max.
But you can beat him.
Yeah, you can beat him. And
I didn't.
You didn't?
I didn't.
Oh, I got mushed.
I watched a video where IGN beat him.
Does it just go the end credits or?
Yeah, game over.
No,
it quickly kind of loops it back to how if you lost, this would have happened anyway.
Oh, okay. So I thought it was going.
It's just one of those like I beat this guy who you weren't supposed to beat without any of the abilities you get.
Do you get an achievement or anything from it?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
It's like it's just like in Far Cry 5, when you first meet John Seed, and he's like, asking you to like reach your hands out or whatever. If you don't, he's like, all right, and you just die. And the credits. Yeah, so you can finish the game in technically 8 minutes.
It's technically the second boss I'm up to, if you want to put it that way. I really like the combat.
I like the no stamina bar. The no stamina bar is the big seller for me because like I just want to flail.
It's a bit more. You have to play aggressively, more so than even Bloodborne. Because of the parry system, you need to be synced in to the game. It can't just be, oh look, he's moving his sword, I'll just dodge. You can't do that because one, a lot of the attacks sweep. So even if you dodge, you're going to get hit anyway. You have to parry it, or you can jump it, or you have to look at where are they swinging from, where is it going to hit me, and what's my best course of action now in a millisecond. And it makes it when you have these duels with an enemy, it feels so. You're parrying each other. He swings, you jump it. He thrusts. You can like stomp the spear into the ground and death blow him. Very, very. The combat is great. I've seen the biggest complaint I've seen from it in terms of like replayability is that in Dark Souls you could be like, I'm gonna two-hand, I'm gonna sword and shield, I'm gonna use the magic, which really changes how you play the game. Whereas Sekiro kind of has want you to play the game in the way they designed. Like in this way, this is how you're going to beat the game with these tools, that's it. And it's all balanced around that. I don't care about that. I think what they've given you to play with all the prosthetics you can get and all that's very, very good. What I have noticed is missing so far anyway. You know how in Dark Souls and Bloodborne, the levels have an interconnectiveness where it's like you do all this and then you go through this door and you're like, oh shit, I'm here. So this whole way around is like a really quick shortcut from like
which
back
has been a Dark Souls.
I haven't seen
standard,
that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in Sekiro at all.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that because I looked over at Paul who went achievements. Well, it's only because I know he's playing on Xbox.
I haven't seen that level of interconnectedness in the world just yet. Having said that, I am only up to, like I said, the second boss, so it may come into play. But I don't think
the big difference is you can. There's a lot of like fast travel. Where you can
there's a lot of idols that you can fast travel between to get to where you do. I don't think the game needs it. I think it is differently designed to Dark Souls in that respect. But the combat is great, frustrating, but not once have I ever died and gone, "This is fucking bullshit." Yeah. It's always like, I fucked up. And you can tell, as soon as you do something, you go, shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean?
See the opposite, because you're smart enough to understand, like, I should have done this. Saying that we were playing it on the stream here with Max, so I didn't give it my full attention. But it's just more of a, I suck. Like, rather than like, I could have done this. I'm like, nah, I'm balls.
But being able to stealth in the game is good too, because you don't have to. Like, there are sections where there's maybe 10 enemies all around here. And if you're patient and smart about their pathing and all that, you can take them all out without actually having to fight any of them. Even the mini bosses that need 2 death blows to kill, if you can get behind them, you can take off one of those death blows instantly by getting a stealth attack on them. So it's very, very. There's a lot of layers to it, more than on the surface, I think.
So from the demo that I played, or from the time that I played, not the demo that I played, from the time that I played, I thoroughly enjoyed the verticality of it all. What did you think of that?
Yeah, it's great. It's gives you kind of a reset button. If things are going south quickly, you can go, fuck, I need to get
Spider-Man out.
Grapple out, grapple, lose aggro, and kind of go, let's try that again. Yeah, it's good. And the verticality is what lets you be so stealthy in terms of, there's an enemy down there. You can scope everything out, plan your route of attack. You see where all the long grass is, and you're like, okay. It really lets you suss out a whole area and lets you sit back and go, how am I going to tackle this? There's a big guy over there. I can't stealth kill him. Can I kill the other little ones without aggroing him? And then if it all goes south, like I said, you can just quickly bail out, which some people are like, you shouldn't be able to bail out, but I think it's fine. The game's punishing enough. Yeah. Because it's fucking hard. Yeah. It is fucking hard. Particularly
because when you go like, I have no stamina. Oh, yeah. The enemies have no stamina. Yeah. And and if no one has stamina, so if everyone has unlimited stamina, everyone gets more.
But in place of the stamina, you have that posture bar.
Correct.
Which is, as you parry and deflect attacks, that bar fills up, and if it fills up all the way, if your bar fills up, it breaks your stance, and you get skewered. But if you can raise the enemy's posture bar all the way up, you get the death blow. Forget how much health they've got left, you kill them. And, that rewards you for being aggressive and paying attention. It's very, very clever design choices. I did get stuck.
You made me want to buy it, man.
I did get stuck on the ogre, which was apparently the end boss of the demo. The mini boss. That's what Joel was saying in the chat. He's like chained up at the top of stairs.
Oh yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. 2 nights it took me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is just a fucking mini boss. Like, it's not even. I thought he was a boss because he has that dramatic kind of entrance where he like breaks off the. And I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. He's not. I killed him, and it's like, here's a pallet.
Did you do the back in time thing?
Yes. Yeah. Eventually.
Yeah. So that's who mushed Max and I for so long. Was the drunken master or whatever.
Yeah.
He just like nothing.
Yeah.
He just wrecked us. We go fonk like.
I had the worst jump scare I've had since we played Outlast.
Yeah.
I sent you the video.
Yeah.
It's kind of. I won't mention it, but it gave me a big spook.
Yeah, it's
a big spook. I thought this is my controller. I was like. Oh.
Like literally,
because he's seen the clip. I stopped moving. It's because my controller was up there. And then when I caught it, my character's like wiggling the joystick, and it's unexpected. And that's because jump scares work best when you don't know they're coming. And
that's how they work.
And Sekiro is not a horror game. You don't think there's horror elements, but you don't expect a jump scare. And it wasn't a cheap one either. Should have seen it coming a mile away, but I just so in the moment.
Yeah, it's when you're deep in the game.
Yeah. So I was playing that pretty heavily up until this patch for the Division 2 came out. Now I'm back in the Division 2. I am right in front of this boss, and I gave him probably about 5 goes. Did alright, kept getting a little bit more and more and more. But yeah.
Very cool.
It's a good game. Yeah.
I
don't know if I'll finish it. I would like to, because I've never finished a FromSoft game before.
Yeah, there's no chance I'll finish it.
But I'd really, really like to be like, I have finished this game. Because there is that sense of achievement. Like when you do get past where you were stuck, you do get that feeling of elation. Just like, oh, I did it. The amount of times I've said I did it out loud playing it.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, look, I said I was already keen. And I already enjoyed my time with it. And I'm like, oh, do I want to grab it?
Because you were getting into Bloodborne.
I loved Bloodborne. Bloodborne was great.
So did I, but I never finished it either.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I know.
But I love the aesthetic.
Yeah,
I love that.
See, the Japanese aesthetic doesn't really do it for me. Like,
really?
I mean, it's fine. Like, but it's not a detraction for me. But it's also not an attraction for me. Where Bloodborne was like that whole Victorian Gothic mess. I'm like, this is cool.
Yeah. Like, but it lets them go.
I might just go back and play Bloodborne.
It's let them go a very different way with the game because Victorian horror. You've got it's eldritch kind of horror, and being this steeped in Japanese kind of mythology, you do get very different things, and I've come across it already where it's like, oh, I can see where that's kind of tying to this actual thing. And
yeah, so if you know Japanese folklore, it'll be worthwhile.
Obviously lend heavily from that.
Yeah.
So,
it's
cool. It's good. Yeah. What about you?
So I mean,
there's 20 minutes of fucking Sekiro and Division.
That's fine. Yeah, it's more a Division. Yeah, I've been playing a fuck ton of Division. I've been playing more of that Weedcraft game. I fucking love it, man. It's so fun. Like, I've already gone bankrupt twice.
Oh, yeah.
And I got mushed out by competition, and then hence they overtook my key selling point. I was trying to play it real safe and sound, so I'm growing so there's the three strains that I grow most prominently. I'm like, so it's the regular bushweed, and there's this super lemon haze, and there's one called White Widow. Right, they're my 3. So I'm like the just mass produce the reg. Don't really give 2 shits about how it what quality it is. Pump it out to the vagrants, as they call in the game. Just selling it by the mall in the game. Just like tick, click, selling it. The jocks loved the super lemon haze, so I tweaked it until as best as I possibly could, and out of a scale of 10, it's sitting at a 9.2. It's fucking beautiful. If this was real weed, you would have a great time.
Do you ever see the strains? You're being like, fuck, I wish I could try some of that.
Yeah, because it tells you, it goes, this is the strain, these are the effects that it gives you. I'm like,
I could go that.
Yeah, that sounds great. So I got that. So I've got this ultimate mega strain, and right now I'm slowly tweaking and cultivating the White Widow to get it to a good place to be able to hock and sell it more, and then another faction came in and took over my spot by the mall. So I smushed out my sale, my the guy that I sell. used to sell, and it just kind of pushed me out, and there's no money coming in, and there's just this cost. I'm like, fuck, I need to open up a new sell place, open up that, there's a down payment on that, there's this new paying for a new employee. You're out of money. Done. I'm like, fuck.
Assholes.
But then I'm like, and put it back up again.
Fuck. But I have a shitload of weed.
yeah. I'm like, and I can't sell, which is a real shame. So so
something else you can do with it.
The game. So the game does come out on April 11th. So this is still technically, it's under embargo for full on reviews, but
it's fun.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. So there's two. I did get a preview code, so I can't talk as a preview sense. Like, there are two stories. There is the one campaign where you just start as a newbie. You know, you've just finished your MBA course, and you're like, I don't fucking work. So your brother comes and says, hey, you want to do this instead? Blah 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 blah, and you work out of your basement, and then you grow and grow and grow and grow up. The second one, which is considered the hard mode, is you've just come out of prison for 15 years. You know, you meet a buddy of yours. He gives you like a kilo of this and half a kilo of this, and so it goes. Here's a down payment. Just go. So it's a bit more free in the sense of you just, all right, cool, we're starting from scratch. There's no tutorials. It's just bang, 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 bang. I tried a little bit of that as well. Straight up mushed. Like, I'm like, I'll use the same tactics I did before. And they're like, no one's buying your shit. I'm like, fuck. What do you mean no one's buying my stuff?
It's because you're an ex-con.
Yeah. So I said no one's, So then there's, it's fun because you got to sort of manage the police as well, because like in order for me to eliminate the competition at the spot by the mall, I had to be more aggressive. By being more aggressive, it brought more police attention, and it's that situation of like, once I eliminated them originally, the police were like, I was like 80 out of 100 from them, and I had to like fucking windle my way down to back, for them to not be a concern. And I had to have a front for my house, so I own a tea house that I like pillage all my weed through. Game's awesome.
You sell it in tea bags.
Yeah. So it's like it's that awesome. That's like business sim.
Genius.
That's fucking genius. That is genius.
We'll talk about that off camera.
But like it's so simple because it's like it's a business sim, like kind of like a like roll like theme park tycoon or whatever, but with weed, and it's fun. And then you've got to go like befriend another. Like, it's just fucking fun, and like it's the benefit of Steam, which I didn't realize, it's got cloud saves. So like I've been playing it here on the PC at home, and I've been playing it on the laptop at work. So it's just like, and then just it's seamless.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Yeah. So I'm just like chipping away here, come home, chipping away over here.
PC games are weird.
Yeah. But that game is great. And I don't know whether it's under embargo, but I haven't played it anyway. We do have a copy of the Ace Attorney trilogy. It's been remastered for the PS4. Haven't dived into it yet, but I'll have more to say about that.
They kind of go back and forth.
Week.
Playing the weed sim, then you're
and
playing
now I'm
the
playing
lawyer.
the law. And I think I'm sensing something here. But the Ace Attorneys have always seemed like an interesting set of games for me. Like
Objection!
I was seeing that. I'm like, ooh, what's this? And like, we played Danganronpa recently at work, and I really kind of enjoyed that very story focused, kind of
over the top,
over the top graphic novel-y-esque design.
Yeah.
I don't know, and it seems kind of fun, a bit more thought to it than like, Danganronpa's pretty straightforward, and you just go like the only real thinky part is the execution trial things. So this seems to be a bit more fun. But, I don't know. Seems something a little bit different.
Dramatic.
Dramatic. So, if all goes well, I may stream it on Wednesday. I think it does. I think it comes out on Tuesday, so that might be okay.
Cool.
Because I have no idea. But it's what's games? It's only 35 minutes in.
Fuck.
Around about. Now we'll just have to tear through this next part.
Lucky there's fucking nothing to talk about.
This week's been very dead. So now we talk about all the things that happened this week from PlayStation in a section we call Inform the Players.
Number 1, posters found in the Division 2 hint that the next Assassin's Creed game may revolve around Vikings. Perkotaku, I just spat all over your laptop.
That's my cute. It's mine. It's cute.
Perkotaku, the posters can be found in the game's Potomac Event Center, where they feature what appears to be a Norse god or Viking with the word Valhalla written above, holding a staff and an orb. Upon closer inspection, the orb is actually an apple of Eden, important items within the Assassin's Creed universe that have appeared throughout history and have been capable of projecting images, mind control, and more. Ubisoft said to IGN, "We do not comment on rumors or speculation."
I mean, it's real.
I mean, it's fuck. No, I mean, they obviously... They put it in the game.
Paul says Assassin's X God of War crossover confirmed.
But they put it in the game. So, they were waiting for someone to find it. And now now because of that, the hype is, everyone's starting to talk. And,
but the response is, if the response is, we do not comment on rumor speculation, it's like, yeah. Because if they didn't, they're like, we have no one, Yeah. If it's not that they deny it, and if it's true, they go, oh.
Also, on the Division 2 in the White House, if you go upstairs, there's a guy sitting in the corner on a computer who's supposed to be working, playing the Division 2. He's on a loading screen.
Love it.
Yeah.
Because
that'd be cool.
Vikings are cool.
The rumor I think originally was Rome, but I think Greece and Rome are too similar.
Yeah, I agree.
To do that. And yeah, probably with God of War being fucking insane, they're like, hey, we could do something here as well.
Well, because the ones everyone's wanted was Japan, and they did that with not Rogue. They did do a Japan one, and it didn't go well because it was like not a full-fledged Assassin's Creed. Because they did 3 little side ones. It was like Russia, India, and Japan or something. I think what it was. Like there was this So that was the thing. Yeah, I'm still waiting for them to do Assassin's Creed Aborigine or something, and like bring it down to Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
Maybe we've got the wildlife for it.
That's certainly true. But it might not have the infrastructure that they sort of need in these stories, especially if you're going back into
you thought Origins had desert. Welcome to Australia.
Australia, cunt.
There's Ayers Rock. That's the only landmark.
Yeah, Russia, India, and China. Still no Japan. Thank you very much, Paul. Coming in with the facts.
I think Japan's kind of locked down at the moment. Like you got Sekiro, Ghost of Tsushima. There's a lot going on.
And Neo 2 when that drops.
But yeah, Vikings are cool.
Yeah, I'm in.
Odyssey was fantastic. Very glad I played.
Are you hard for this Viking idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Vikings.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making. And I know you liked Odyssey.
Yeah. No, but with God of War, like I know I've self-educated a lot on the Viking way of life and their gods and all that kind of stuff. So it's always cool to kind of see it in game and stuff. Yeah. Because remember a lot of my God of War, like when we're talking spoilers, I was like, that is because this and that, and she's actually that. You're whoa. Yeah.
Speaking of wrestling again, there's a tag team called the War Raiders, and they're very Viking inspired. They had come out playing drums and shit and take over. They have a double axe handle move, which is called Thor's Hammer.
Ooh.
It's fucking awesome.
But it's an axe.
Yeah. You know the axe handle where they do the double punch? Yeah, but it's called Thor's Hammer.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant that actually.
No, because that'd be cool. I guess he wins.
He lost by DQ.
It's a dead body, give him the belt.
Vikings is cool. Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Number 2. The rest of it's pretty much quick bits because there's not really enough to really talk about. Sony are implementing a digital refund policy. It means if you purchase a title and later change your mind, as long as you haven't started to download it yet, you'll be eligible for a refund if you request it within 2 weeks. The money will be reimbursed to your PlayStation Network wallet. So yeah.
Yeah, and this does also include PS Plus and PS Now in some capacity. Okay. But I forget what the stipulations are around that.
Subscriptions such as PlayStation Plus and PS Now can also be cancelled after 14 days, even if you begin using them, though the reimbursement amount will be adjusted to reflect how much you've used the service.
Yeah, and I do believe that'll come back as credit to the...
it's all back to the wallet.
Yeah, so it comes to the wallet. So you can't get your money back, per se.
The iffy thing is, for me, is that... I don't know about you, but when I buy something in the PlayStation Store, it just starts downloading.
Yeah, I've ordered download set up.
So... you got to be wary of that because if you start downloading it, no bueno.
So then my son, I'm like, it's not a concern. My son did almost download a game the other day. Almost bought something. Yeah. I'm like, huh. Well,
I do have my credit card tied to my son's Xbox account, just willy nilly. So far, it's been good.
Good boy.
He knows the Xbox will go out the window. So yeah, there's a solution coming.
It's good that they're bringing that in. If anything, I think it kind of indicates that they're going to be focusing more on that digital future come next gen, getting those things implemented now.
I don't want the digital future, man.
No, but I mean that's what they're.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
That's where they're going. It's going to happen at some point.
I'm against it. Number 3, God of War won Game of the Year at the BAFTA Game Awards 2019.
More Game of the War.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Dude,
I think we all pretty much agree it's a good game.
It's a good game. It's the great game.
Not much more to say on that.
No, it's good. Yeah.
Jason Schrier released a very, very lengthy article on Anthem.
11,000
words. A good 45-minute read. Did you read it?
No, have you?
I read the whole
How
thing.
was it?
Amazing.
Is it almost the Blood, Sweat and Pixels book in itself?
The insight he can get from things is incredible.
Run me through it.
It basically just summarizes the issues it had through production. Did you know, fact number 1, did you know Anthem was actually only in full production for about 16 months?
Get out.
It was in pre-production for 5 years. It didn't start full production until 2017.
They announced it
when the
2017.
E3 trailer came out, none of that existed. And that's the point where the employees watched that trailer at E3 and went, oh, so that's the game we're making.
Are you shitting me?
The more you know. Yeah, no, it's fucking crazy. There's more. As Paul said, it's an unbelievable read. And the funny thing is, SkillUp actually pointed it, because SkillUp put out a video talking about it. He actually pointed out of the 19 employees and ex-employees Jason Schrier spoke to, not one of them mentioned EA. If you Control F the article and type EA, no fines. No one spoke about EA, about being the problem or pushing this or pushing that. In fact, Patrick Soderlund had to convince him to put flying back in the game because the test build he was playing had no flying, and he said, this is fucking shit. Put the flying back in. So they did. And the thing is with that is that because the flying's in and out, in and out, in and out, the level designers are going, they design no flying. Oh, we're flying. I'll have to redesign the level. Oh, no, you take it out. Okay, I'll do that again. It's a mess. And it
just shows the Bioware.
It's Bioware. Like,
wow.
It can pretty much confirm that, EA was actually very... I think EA were very lenient, considering they were in pre-production for 5 years. And EA were just like, that's cool. We trust you to do something.
Bioware, like,
we trust you to do something good with this, And yeah, it wasn't until the actual trailer released at E3 2017 the employees were all like, okay, that's what we're making. Because they didn't even know.
That's horrifying.
They'd have their big team meetings and all these ideas and all that, and then the meeting just stopped. And everyone's just like, so what do I do now? What's that? Are we keeping this? Are we not? Nothing's ever resolved in the team meetings. Just upper management were just trash. It was 16 months of crunch for the team at BioWare. They lost dozens of employees throughout the time. It's too big of an article to even really summarize.
Paul did jump in and go, Jason did talk about EA though. It was the point about getting the game out before the end of the fiscal year. Also the point about taking the Frostbite folks to get them on FIFA.
Yeah, there's that. The thing with Frostbite too is everyone's saying they were forced to use Frostbite.
That's true.
They adopted it with Dragon Age Inquisition and chose to continue using it from that point.
Yeah.
So...
But it has now become standard within EA.
It is standard within EA now.
But at that time, Bioware jumped on it.
It's not their first Frostbite game. Dragon Age Inquisition was. It's a very, very good article. Maybe you can link it in the...
Yeah, I'll put it in the description below, and I'm going to read it myself.
Jason Schrier at his best, and it really is just kind of eye-opening. There'll be parts where your jaw is open, like when I was telling you then. There'll be parts where you're just reading it and going, what on earth is happening? And the running theme from upper management was, don't worry, the Bioware magic will kick in. Because in the past, there would be up to the point where they're 6 months from launch, and then all of a sudden everyone goes, tick, 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 and it all came together. And you're like, oh, that's the Bioware magic. Didn't happen in this.
I'll say Bioware.
Also, they were forbidden to mutter the words Destiny in the office. They could not speak about it for comparison. They could not learn from it. They couldn't talk about it. You were forbidden to say the word Destiny in the office. So their biggest inspiration / competitor, they couldn't look at what they're doing and openly discuss it to come up with ideas and parallels or anything. They could not talk about it. Amazing. Definitely worth a read.
Jason Schrier, the big #1 actual journalist in games.
Yeah, this is... Yeah.
If anything, it just proves how fucking awesome he is at his gig.
It could have been a mini book in itself. It's a huge article, definitely worth the read, very eye-opening, and it's and also another point, BioWare Edmonton, who did what was the online game? KOTOR? What was their online Star Wars
Old
game?
Republic.
Old Republic. They're like, hey, because they ended up having pretty much all BioWare teams helping.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we've done this online service thing before. We've got some tips. We can see where you're kind of going the wrong way we did. Let us help you out. Get the fuck out, B team. We're the A team. We can do this.
Fuck off.
Not in those exact words,
Oh,
obviously.
that's
But
horrifying.
Apparently there was between teams, where the A team... not talking about all the employees, but there was that where the A team, they're just the B team. They have to do what we tell them to do.
Yeah. Like, these are the mooks.
Yeah, they're the mooks, And which now Anthem has been given to Edmonton to fix. Even though Edmonton were they're like, hey, you're making the mistakes we did. We can help you do this. And they're like, nah, we'll figure it out ourselves.
We're on fucking...
Big status issue, as Paul said.
Yes. Yeah. And we're on Dragon Age now, so...
yeah, can you fix it?
Fix it.
Thank you, Edmonton. Yeah.
Fuck.
That's the tip. Everything I've said are just like the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more in there.
Oh, I'm going to read the shit
Definitely
out
go
of
read
that.
it. Definitely go read it. Makes me glad I didn't end up picking it up even for $29.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't pick it up. Paul James says, given to Austin to fix Edmonton's mistakes, apparently.
It's a clusterfuck.
Yeah, it's a hot mess.
There's a lot of words in there. Top selling games for weekending last week. Number 10, GTA 5. Number 9, The Lego Movie. Does it have a subtitle?
2.
Because I can't zoom in on my phone far enough to see.
Lego Movie 2, the video game.
Number 8, Battlefield 5. Number 7, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Number 6, FIFA 19. Number 5, Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. Number 4, Far Cry New Dawn. Number 3, Red Dead Redemption 2. Number 2, Division 2. Number 1, Sekiro. Ubisoft have 4 games in the top 10.
Sounds good. Fun fact, Assassin's Creed 3, you can buy it standalone for $69 or whatever it is, $70. If you buy the season pass for Odyssey, it comes free, $40. And you'll have DLC for Odyssey.
Not bad. Not bad.
Fun fact. Speaking of fun facts and games that are for sale and whatnot, have you put that in there? No. There's a massive Easter sale going on right now on the PSN. Tons of games, going cheap. I think I might pick up End of the Gungeon. I've heard about a lot of good stuff about that game.
Yeah, and it's just they've just released the last update.
Yeah, it's like $7.
Oh, is it?
I like
yeah, they've just released their final update for Into the Gungeon 2. Quick bits. Number 1, Atlas USA announced that Persona 5 will be joining the list of PlayStation hits on PS4. The red label games will be available for $20 US, $25 Australian. Steal. $25 is a steal.
That's right. And Atlas did come out and say that if the demand is there and they can make it work, 3 and 4 could come to PS4.
That's cool.
And we've got Persona 5S in the looming.
Persona 5
Which? Yeah, so that's what everyone's saying. So yeah, so with the announcement of Persona 5, the Royal, there's been another trademarky website, P5S, has gone crazy.
Super Meat Boy Forever, sequel to 2010's punishing platforming modern classic. It's been delayed past its planned April 2019 release window.
And
they said not long.
The interesting statement was, we'll let you know when it's ready.
Yeah.
Like, rather than pushing it back and pushing it back.
The more interesting statement, I think, from them was that we're not one of these big teams with publishers breathing down our necks.
Yep.
We don't want to do crunch, so we're not.
Yeah. Cool.
Props.
And this is that thing, every time we hear... what's this else? They still have codes available. I'll send you the email in case you missed it. What was that for?
I don't know.
I'll take code. What's code for?
What's code? Code?
Yeah. So what's interesting about this though, because if we talk about all the journalists are like, crunch is bad, crunch is poo, blah blah blah, and they're like, now we've got a studio that says, well, we ain't crunching, and I'm curious what the response. I haven't seen the responses to this claim. Right. So where they've been like, what do you mean it's going to be delayed because they don't want to crunch?
Oh, you mean the fans?
Well, I just mean like, yeah, for people that have been so vocal. Oh, Gungeon. All right, sweet.
People vocally against crunch.
Yeah, vocally against crunch, and then on top of that, then going, well,
but I really wanted this.
I really wanted it.
This is a game I care about.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on a second.
Oh man, have you been following? We'll get to it in a sec.
Okay. Prince Harry wants to ban Fortnite.
That's my king.
Fuck with.
That's my king. Queen Elizabeth, she ain't done shit.
Not just Fortnite, but online games.
Oh, fuck him.
He name dropped Fortnite and then expanded to online games because they're addictive.
God, I hate when you ruin shit with clarification.
Oh, the monarchy. And Ape Escape's Japanese website has been updated for the first time in 15 years. Ooh. Now, I went there to the website.
Japanese.
It's all in Japanese, so I don't know I don't know what's happening there. But that's exciting. I'd love another Ape Escape game.
Yeah, I played 1 and a little bit of 2.
Yeah. No, everything after 1 was fucking bold.
Yeah.
But number 1 was revolutionary.
Joysticks. One of the first games.
Yes. That's it for the news, Ryan. As we have a chat to the players about more Borderlands 3 info.
Quickly before we jump into that, Paul James does said also the team Meat Guys mentioned quote
That's
evil
right.
arsehat companies.
That's right.
What do the capitalist letters spell out? EA. The capitalized letter. Evil arsehat. Capital E, capital A.
Yeah, well, according to everyone at BioWare, EA were pretty good.
Yeah, EA were adequate.
Everybody's adequate. New info on Borderlands 3.
After the original teaser that we were shown before last week's episode, it sort of set up the idea of that Borderlands 3 is real. This is what it's happening. And then shortly after, on April 3rd, when they released Borderlands Game of the Year Edition, the remastered version of 1, they also dropped a big fuck-off trailer announcing release dates, bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I read the release.
So I've summarised a lot of the info. Not all of it, but anything I think is pertinent. The release date for starters, September 13th on Xbox, PS4, and PC.
So this was leaked in the trailer somewhere, or it was out in the ether. Everyone's like, September 13th, that's so soon. How does that work?
That's good.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, because at the moment, it's not really anything else.
The back end of this year is dead quiet.
Yeah, it is. That's good. That's exciting. They gave us more info on the new 4 Vault Hunters. Now, remember, your Vault Hunters in the past had one ability.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they've expanded on that to give you kind of multiple and your ultimate and all that kind of stuff. So you're doing not just gun, here's my thing, gun. It's a bit more of...
for me, it was the Berserk, gun.
Yeah.
2 guns.
2 guns. Well, this chick has 4 arms, so I got 4 guns. Apparently you get a bit more versatility, a bit more varied moment-to-moment gameplay, so that's cool. The first one is Mose as the gunner. When Mose needs backup, she digistructs her mech, Iron Bear, for a sucker punch of additional firepower. She's like, and she's in a mech.
Paul has jumped in with the end of the year games. He mentions Doom. Doom Eternal doesn't have a date yet. Borderlands yet. Jedi Fallen Order doesn't have a date yet. And Game of the Year, Luigi's Mansion 3. I don't think that's a date yet either. So all we know is it's 2019. So keeping it vague there, Paul. Hold on.
She summons a mech around herself.
Yeah, it's like digitizers. Yeah. So it looks fucking rad.
Amara the Siren, a confident, capable brawler with the ability to summon ethereal fists. Amara uses her siren powers to smash her enemies. She's the one in the trailer.
It's like that without sounding racist, like that Indian god that has the multi-arms.
Like Zenyatta from Overwatch.
Yeah, and then just punches everything.
Yeah. Flak, the Beastmaster. Flak is a mech, as FL4K, like Claptrap is CL4P. Yeah. Flak lives for the hunt, so do the loyal beasts that follow the master's every command. Their preferred prey, unsuspecting bandits, those poor suckers. And Zane, the operative, specialising in battlefield gadgetry. Zane is extremely proficient at slipping into combat, creating chaos, and sneaking back out as if he was never there.
So Zane kind of looks like an old hipster grandpa.
Yeah.
He's very cool.
That's cool. I
want to play him.
I was hoping, or maybe eventually, that they kind of add in the rest of them from the past games.
I think they might.
Or even just like you can be Mose the gunner who gets the mech, or you can have her have like the Gunzerker's abilities instead, or maybe mix and match, because it seems a waste to have 11 other classes' abilities just gone to waste.
At least, yeah. Well, there's 4, because 4, 8,
there's 4 in the
12,
first one.
Then there was DLC of like another 3 or 4 perhaps.
You got Gage.
So at least 12 plus.
Yeah. So I'd like to see them woven back in some way. But the big news, for me anyway, the listing for Borderlands 3 on Microsoft's store page did, when it was still up, claim the game will support cross-platform co-op.
Fuck, yeah.
So far, the game's short but loud marketing campaign developer Gearbox has yet to say anything about cross-platform play, and yet there it was, black and white, under capability section of the Microsoft Store listing. IGN reached out to 2K for comment, who said cross-play is something we're looking closely. Don't have anything to confirm or announce at this time.
Makes sense. But saying that, like, they've continued couch co-op, they've got local co-op, which makes me so happy. Ideally, hopefully it runs a little bit better than Hands Collection.
Yeah.
Iffy and Coach Co-op, the frame drop a little bit. It
makes sense.
It does, because there's a lot of like
you're rendering 2 different.
There's a lot going on there. Yeah. Speaking of Hands Collection, there's like a 16 gig patch now if you got PS4,
the HD textures,
4K and stuff.
Yeah,
which should be sweet. That would be awesome.
Also, Borderlands 2 is free on Xbox at the moment.
Ooh.
I don't think it was one of the games with gold.
No.
It just appeared for Alex downloaded it last week. It's like, hey, it's free. I'm like, sick.
See, the only concern here is if everyone is playing the game on Epic, but no one wants to play it on Epic, it can cross-play with whoever it wants, but no one's going to play it.
Shut up, PC guys. It's fucking disgusting.
I get so mad.
See,
I shouldn't,
it
but
got
I get mad.
Borderlands 2 got review bombed on Steam.
Oh, so petty.
But Steam fixed that. Steam brought in last month like parameters where like every week they check, and if something seems like all of a sudden there's tons of negative reviews on something that's always been overwhelmingly positive, they'll be like,
not even out yet.
yeah, they won't display it. No, Borderlands 2 got review bombed. Everyone was going there. Randy Pitchford's like on Twitter, he's like, "You guys are fucked." And everyone's like, "Oh, well, give us an avenue to speak to you so we can, air our grievances with this decision." And he's like, "Epic's better for us. Shut the fuck up." I'm like, people say a lot of bad things about Randy Pitchford. A lot of it is warranted. I understand.
Did you have a USB of pawns?
He also knows what he wants, and he'll tell you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I respect that. Because in this case, PC gamers need to shut the fuck up.
See, the thing I don't understand is it's a fucking free downloader.
No, that people have done side-by-side comparisons of here's everything you Steam, here's Epic, and there is
Epic has been around for like a month.
But it doesn't matter. Epic have like billions of dollars. Steam's been around to learn from. Epic is missing a lot of features. I'll give it. I understand.
I
cool.
agree with that.
That's fine. However, just play the fucking game.
If you care so much about it and you were that excited for it, just fucking play it.
It makes me unreasonably angry.
When
I see because I look at a lot of gaming Reddits every now and then. The PC gaming one will like pop into my feed, and it's always just negative shit. And like, is anyone happy playing on PC or not? Because it seems like everyone's got their finger up their ass. Monopolies are bad. Hey, Steam's got a monopoly. Let's compete. Hey, I want to play on Steam. But you said monopolies were bad. We're competing. Not this way.
That's not the way I wanted you to compete.
Exclusives are dumb anyway. I agree.
Yeah, I still agree with that.
And obviously
third-party exclusives I have an issue with. First-party exclusives a bit different.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Third-party
as far as
exclusives
PC exclusives to launches go, I understand that it's dumb, but like for me, just create a shortcut on your desktop and double-click the game when you want to play it, and it'll just open whatever fucking launcher it's supposed to open in, and you'll be playing the game.
Yep. And saying that, like, don't get me wrong, third-party is stupid. Like Lara, the second Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'm like, oh, that's dumb that it's on Xbox. Played it when it came to PS4.
Yeah, you can obviously do whatever you want. If you don't want to play it till it comes to Steam, then don't.
Yeah,
that's fine. But review bombing is just the dumbest.
It's like, who has this much time to spend on this shit?
Because it's how we get our message to the devs that we don't agree with.
The decision's been made. It's not changing.
It was made like when they started production.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. Actually, I think there was a Steam listing initially for it. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
enough
about PC.
Yeah, there's also like, EB Games, JB Hi-Fi, they put listing for shit that's like years in advance.
Yeah. Anyway, PC sucks. They've changed the way...
Except for Weedcraft. Weedcraft is great. Play Weedcraft.
They've changed the way loot's going to work as well. Previously, guns would explode on the ground. First one to get it wins.
Yep.
And, when you're playing with randoms, that can be a bit shit. So they've made it so you can just toggle everyone to have personal loot, like in the Division. I open a chest to get my item, and your item is there too. That's how it works.
Love it.
But you can change back to how it was in the past if you want to. That's about all I got. We struggled for shit to talk about this week.
Yeah, so saying that, like, we played Borderlands at work, and there was no like sharing of gear. It was,
yeah,
like,
mate.
You don't need that sniper rifle. Yeah, but it's mine. Like, fuck, motherfuckers.
You play how you want.
Yeah. So like that is a toggle. Win.
But like if you're playing with 2-3 friends, you'd just leave it to all spill on the ground because you'd be like, "Do you want that?" Like, nah. All right, I'll take it. It's not going to be like...
So it's like how you would play with Apex or PopC.
However, having said that, do you get more loot?
Ooh. Paul jumped in, adding the PC players. So PC gamers have been laughing for decades at the console market. Now there's a split themselves. They fall apart. The best form of schadenfreude. The best bit being that it's totally free and they're still tearing themselves apart. That's my issue. Like, there's no like $400 or $600 bend to get an Xbox and a PS4
to play God of War.
It's fucking free.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was getting at with the loot is that if you have it on like loot appears on the ground, it's like you kill the boss, there's 3 guns. Whereas if you have personal loot and you got 4 people, is there the possibility for more loot? Because everyone gets 1 or 2, and then there's even more loot for you to share with.
Oh yeah, does it still pop out?
I'm getting at. See what I'm getting at there.
Well, the trailer did say 1 billion guns.
Maybe only 50 of them will actually be useful.
And
but
the rest will be the same gun with different colours.
Apparently, that the gun with legs. You know how in the previous games there was guns.
Oh, should also mention, according to the press release, that gun will also hurl swears at people.
Yeah. But you remember the old guns where you'd reload and you'd throw it back and it'd explode and a new one would appear in your hand? Apparently, this gun, when you reload, it's like tick, 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 and blows up at them as another one appears at you. You fucking little bitches! I love the attitude that it brings.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't take itself so seriously. There are serious moments in it, of course, but it is very like Shooty McShootface. Shoot me in the fucking face! He's just screaming at you, and he'll just stand there screaming at you to shoot him in the fucking face until you do it. He's like, thanks! Just that kind of dumb humor. I fucking love it.
Yeah, like I said, I'm excited for Borderlands 3, but I'm not like wetting myself for it. I'm just interested.
It's just all the games I play, 95% of them are very serious, very somber, very adult, very grown up. So it'll be nice just to be able to break that with something just dumb fun. Yeah, just swear, do all that stuff that the other games won't do. Just be stupid, and I hope they really kind of go really far with it. Just, hey, does this sound dumb? Yep. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Just not no holds barred, but really just kind of push it. I expect to see a few controversial articles after the game. Oh, did you know this character says this, but that character's a white cis male and he can't? Because I'm a journalist and I have an opinion.
Like, thanks for pushing your agenda.
I have nothing more to say about it. Yeah, I'm excited.
Speaking of, I did reach out to the community. And I asked them the question. I said, "So Borderlands 3, you getting around it?"
Yeah.
Actually, I said, "What's y'all thoughts on Borderlands?" Chris McLovin says, "I got to have it, man. I need it." Jacob Garner put a dog dancing. Ethan just put SpongeBob yelling, "I need it." Dylan Blight put the yodeling kid.
I hope he's in the game.
Because I said y'all. Ryan Millen says guns with legs, so I take that as a positive. Damien Holdy says meh. And Lee Vivian says, I need it in my life, like right now. I'm playing through the re-release of number 1 and remembering what made me fall in love with the series originally and loving all the extra bits of content that they added into it. It's making me even more excited for number 3.
And Paul says, sure am, in the chat there.
On ya, Paul. I knew Paul would be excited.
I may have to get that on Borderlands on PS4.
Ooh.
It seems like everyone wants to actually play it.
Yeah.
The reason I got Division 2 on the Xbox is
We're all
like
iffy
everyone's
about
like, meh. I'm like, I really want to play it. And I really like this controller.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, we're going to have to get you an Xbox like controller for your PS4.
Yeah, maybe. If they do.
I'll find one for review.
What, a third party one?
Yeah. I'll review it and then both you go.
Paul's got the Diamond Edition on order.
I'm proud. Such shame.
Be proud. You're allowed to enjoy things.
Yeah.
If you want that collector's
Wait, that's
edition,
the one that comes with the loot box, yeah? Like the not loot box.
I think
like
it's the gold.
the loot crate.
There's like 4 different editions. That's fine.
Oh, there's the actual version that comes with like an actual Borderlands.
If you want to get that collector's edition, you get that collector's edition.
Yeah, you
Your
do.
money, and you enjoy what you want to enjoy.
Yeah, you be what you want to be. Like me.
I severely regret now not getting the Division 2 Dark Zone edition. Although JB Hi-Fi still have some. I saw it behind the counter. It's just sitting there
on PS4,
on Xbox, and PS4. They have one of each. I'm like,
Don't forget, like, I still have days.
I'm like at the counter. I'm like,
like, I'll see you later. Like, don't remember, like, I've still got the big order of the Days Gone one on the way.
with the statue.
With the statue. Like, I'm excited, man. Like, and there is nothing wrong with being excited and buying what you want.
Paul's pre-ordered the $350 big fuck.
That's
well
the box
done.
one.
Enjoy.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck your child. Like, fuck my child too.
Please don't fuck children.
No, but I mean, like, it's like, hey, it was like, how much is that? $350. Yeah, but my child's hungry. He eats from his mum. It's all
You
good.
can just eat the cardboard off the box.
We are good. We are good fathers. All is well.
Yeah.
But Borderlands 3 is not out forever. But before you do that, let us know what you thought about the game, comments, social media, all that sort of shit. It's out in ages away. Days Gone is 20 days away. 19 days away to be exact.
Oh, yeah.
However, these are the games that are coming this week in a section we call Coming to the Players.
Sorry, I'm about to read the drop. I just got to make note at the top. They've got the Borderlands 3 cover art. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm so excited that the thumbnail gets to be that
beautiful.
this week, because it will be that this week.
If you look closely at the Borderlands thumb art, all the roses are different characters from the games. Very cool.
I'm excited to make the thumbnail.
New PlayStation games for April 9th, 2019. Airport Simulator 2019, PS4 Digital. Constructor Plus, PS4 Digital. Dangerous Driving, PS4 Digital and Retail.
Read that one out, please.
Okay. Dangerous Driving is a game about the sort of driving you want to do when no one else is looking. The game gives you the chance to live out that fantasy, to floor it in everyday cars at high speeds, weaving in and out of traffic and slamming the other cars right off the road.
So I saw this as referred to as Burnout 3 on Burnout 1's budget. So it's a low indie game. It's a mid, double A, pretty low.
Yeah.
But it's got all the love and the framework.
If the gameplay's there, the graphics don't matter.
That's right.
Dark Quest 2, PS4 Digital. Earth Defense Force Iron Rain, PS4 Digital. Falcon Age, PS4 PSVR Digital. Ghost 1.0, PS4 Digital. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, PS4 Digital. Become Phoenix Wright and experience the thrill of battle as you fight to save your innocent clients in a court of law. Play all 14 episodes spanning the first 3 games in one gorgeous collection. Solve the intriguing mysteries behind each case and witness the final truth for yourself. Royal Roads, PS4 Digital. Shadowgate, PS4 Digital. Super Weekend Mode, PS4 PS Vita Digital Crossbite. Ultra Wings, PS4 Digital. Vaporum, PS4 Digital.
Sure, that's Pokemon.
Zanki Zero, Last Beginning, PS4 Digital.
That's it. Noticeably less than last week.
Yeah.
I think Paul would want to recommend Falcon Age because he yelled Falcon Age in the chat.
Okay.
I'll be playing Ace Attorney. So you'll hear from a bit more about that next week.
I'll be playing none of the above.
Playing Sekiro.
Airport Simulator.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds exciting. I can't wait to delay all the flights and lose your luggage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do this bit, don't I? That PlayStation conversation happened on a Monday morning at 9 a.m. Australian Standard Time on YouTube and 8 a.m. on iTunes, Spotify and other podcast services. If you'd like to join us in future conversations, please join us on Facebook, Discord, comment below. If you're feeling generous, join us on Patreon. Patreon.com/popculturist. Head over there, check out the tiers. There might be something there that interests you.
If you do support us on Patreon, you can watch us record this show live, just like Paul did. And you do also get a nice little shout out at the end of the video. So I actually recorded like a little voiceover, so rather than just showing the credits with no audio. So now you get your name read out. So if you're listening on audio platforms, you get to hear your sweet name.
Wow.
Get some much love back there. We are also on Twitch at twitch.tv/thepopculturist, where we do stream things. And if you want to show the support for the Popculturist on your body, popculturist.com/shopping, buy sorted shit with our logos on it.
The Falcon gives you a fist bump.
Yeah. And if you can do love heart hands, and it sticks its head through the love heart part.
I'll be playing that game this week.
I think it's in VR.
I have a VR.
Is it in VR?
I don't know. Yes.
Oh, VR birdies. But until next week, episode 99, I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Josh Saunders.
And that was For the Players.
It's a prime example of cover art not looking like the game at all.
Not even a little bit. That's a phoenix.
It is.
It's called Falcon Age.
That's a little bitch. Probably grows up, though.
It's an owl.
That's it.
For the Players, the Pop Culturist PlayStation podcast is fan supported at patreon.com/thepopculturist. And we'd like to thank our Patreon producers and our Patreon founders for their kindness, their support, and their generosity. Our Patreon founders: Alpha Ferret, Craig O'Flaherty, David Chataway, Jesse Stevenson, and Jacob Garner. And our Patreon producers: Damien Holdies, Hakim NPC, Lee Wintershoven, Paul James, Pure Mongrel, and Sean Levitt.